officials. And it's the Hawkeyes in the home white who control the tip.
Iowa plays at a fun pace. We know they score 84 points a game, but the pace is what allows them to be patient. And that guy right there, if you are stuck in an ISO situation, good luck. It's going to be a long night.
Here's a look at the Michigan starting five, brought to you by CDW. Devontae Jones with the rock. To Caleb Houston, lost it going up. Dickinson finds it and lays it in. And the Hawkeyes lineup, again brought to you by CDW. Keegan Murray, the Big Ten leading scorer, also Player of the Week. Had 37 in his last game. Count that one and the foul.
Something he'll develop over time.
Call him the silent assassin. Doesn't talk much at all on the floor, but boy, he will go at your neck when he's got the rock. Diabaté lays that one in.
That extended pressure is something Michigan's got to look to attack. You've got to score with Iowa. If you can't stop them consistently, you better score with them.
Murray misses. Houston the board, and here comes the Wolverines. Dickinson. Double team, and a reach in on Murray. Averages 84 points per game, Iowa does. That's third in the country. Meanwhile, Dickinson knocks down both free throws. He's now made 23 straight.
Stat that does stick out is they are plus 140 in the turnover battle, meaning they turn it over 140 times less than their opponents have this season. That's remarkable, especially when you play with pace. That's a challenge. So if you can force that pace upon your opponent, you're more comfortable with it than they are.
McCaffrey steps back, fades, knocks it down.
He's really developed into an all-around player. You can use him in a lot of different ways defensively with his length. You can also trust his handles, but he makes good decisions.
Well, it's coach's son. He's
Thanks,
a coach's
partner.
son, yeah.
Usually that's reserved for the guys that aren't that good. Hey, heady player, coach's son, high basketball IQ.
He's put up double figures in 6 of his last 8 games. Rabatra falls, kicks it out. Bohannon knocks down the three.
I don't know how that wasn't something. Well, it was a travel or a trip, right? Either way, it got to Jordan Bohannon, the last guy you want to get an open look.
Here's Eli Brooks. Float game.
I think Juwan Howard likes Eli Brooks, doesn't he?
Oh, man, he loves it.
Oh, man, he would replicate that guy if he could. Keep him around for 6-7 years.
Called him a coach's dream. McCaffrey knocks that one down.
People always want to ask Fran McCaffrey what it's like to coach your sons. The reality is you should ask the kids what it's like to play for their father.
Right.
You might get a different answer.
You're right about that. Houston comes off the screen. Euro steps, lays it up. Here's McCaffrey. Stolen by Houston, picks his pocket. And dunks it home.
Caleb Houston's not going to pick a lot of pockets. No offense, he hasn't really developed that part of his game, doesn't play with that sense of urgency, that high intensity on defensive, and he's learning. And that was just a mistake. Falling asleep, Patrick McCaffrey lost his footing, lost the ball.
Jumper's good. Philip Rabatra.
That jumper's big because it's going to allow better spacing on the offensive end when you pull Hunter Dickinson away from the basket. Similar to what Hunter Dickinson's been able to do to opponents.
Hawkeyes have made 4 straight buckets. Double team to Dickinson. Extra pass, Brooks, count it.
Yeah, that's good stuff. I get you've got to rotate over to Devontae Jones, but I would fake. I'd show Devontae Jones, force him to make the shot before I give it to Eli Brooks.
This is the 8th straight game that Eli Brooks has knocked down the 3.
Just like offense better.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
usually the people that like defense can't score.
Houston in the corner. Three's no good, and he'll stay with the Wolverines.
And Iowa hasn't been able to impact the game defensively with their length. Sometimes they're able to force passes to where they want the ball to go because of that length, but right now it's just been picked apart.
Diabaté lays that one in, and I tell you what, he's a phenomenal freshman. You can see he's got all the potential to be playing at the next level, too.
Yeah, look, he's developed, and ultimately what he's developed is an understanding of how to play the game at this level. You know, he's always had a high motor. You can ramp a guy up. It's hard to slow him down at times.
And Diabaté throws it down after Keegan Murray threw it away.
I don't know how we're playing up Iowa in terms of the fact that they take care of the basketball at plus 140 in terms of turnovers. They get 3 early.
Rebraca misses. Diabaté the board. Michigan on a 7-0 run here.
Let's pick 6 turnovers. They're rhythm killers too, and Iowa's a rhythm team. They play with the pace they like. They score in the 80s.
Dickinson turns with that left hand, knocks it down with the jump hook.
I think right shoulder, left hook is first thing on the scouting report for Hunter Dickinson, but he's going to get there either way.
Perkins pulls up, challenged by Jones. They say good block. Houston leaks out, dunks it home. And the Wolverines are out and running here in Iowa City. Howard, the Big Ten Coach of the Year last year, AP National Coach of the Year as well in his 3rd season here at his alma mater.
Shake up to the lineup here, slow start, low energy start. Keegan and Chris Murray in there, Connor McCaffrey, who will always give you energy, at least a little swagger and fire. And Joe Toussaint is going to pick up the pace of this game.
And Chris Murray is checked in. Of course, the twin brother.
Live with that. If you're Iowa, you could live with that shot.
Joe Toussaint has checked in as well. He's got the rock now. Keegan, the jumper. Good. It's a 3.
Just so smooth. He played like Iowa plays at a certain pace, but Keegan Murray plays at his own. He's never sped up. He's always patient. Like I said before, when you score in the 80s, you can be patient when it comes to seeking out your scoring opportunities.
They're going to call it travel on Dickinson.
Tell you what, the start wasn't good, so he had to go someplace else.
McCaffrey in his 12th season here at Iowa.
That's a foul.
That's a foul as Keegan will go to the line. One thing probably Keegan wants to work on, that free throw percentage. He's shooting 66.
The key for Michigan is attacking. They practiced with Hunter Dickinson in the middle of that
They worked
pressure.
on it today, this morning. That press, they knew it was coming.
So you do your best to prepare, but ultimately it's up to the guys on the floor. That's travel.
Collins walk. Frankie took a couple of steps. The freshman out of Nevada.
What you can't replicate is a team's chemistry with one another, right? How they feel one another, how they're connected. You can't replicate that. You can simulate a lot, but you can't replicate what a team does.
Wolverines have turned it over 2 straight times. Here's Rebraca. Jump hook, no good. Dickinson asking for it. They send the double, extra pass. Collins wide open, missed everything. Long 3 by Sanford. Rebraca, count it.
He's active. I think we've talked a lot about Jabari Smith this year at Auburn, and he is that good. Part of it is he's smooth. Right? He doesn't have to force much. He gets his. He's a tough matchup, and Keegan Murray is right there. There's a lot of tape on these guys, and they're very similar in terms of their skill set and ability.
Again to the press. Tied up at 21. transaction. 5 on the shot clock. Houston. Ripped and stolen.
Putting the ball in a place that really can't do anything with. Like I said, turnovers are rhythm killers. This is a rhythm team. You got to get up and down, feel the game. Every game has its own rhythm.
Into Diabaté. The jump hook is good. Man, he is active. Yeah, 8 points for him.
The motor. We said to Juwan Howard, like, you can get him to downshift, but you can't get him into fifth gear if he doesn't have a fifth gear. He's got it. But you got to get him just to slow at times, feel the game a little bit more.
Chris Murray misses that 3. Here's Houston. They step off of him. His 3 is too strong. Toussaint back the other way, pushing it. Murray again, working on Johns. Turns, that left hand, backs it home.
Johns did a good job. He was leaning a little too much, and when you lean too much, it's hard to get up and contest that shot going straight up. But you have to lean to keep your balance.
Inside to Moussa.
You know, Oregon's starting to look like who we expected them to be, and Arizona's just really good.
Collins rejected at the rim.
And you have to be built in a way to win in this conference. I think Iowa's got the depth, the length, and the scoring ability to play with anybody in the country.
I'll tell you another team that's dangerous. How about Rutgers? Talk about giant killer. They're knocking everybody off here. If you're ranked, Rutgers is coming for your head.
You know what's demoralizing about Rutgers is you go into that game and you're like, look, guys, we're better than them. Our personnel's better than them, but Rutgers goes out and beats it.
Yeah.
Like, that's demoralizing.
That's the Big Ten, man.
You give great effort, but Rutgers just finds ways to win.
Coach Michael's done a great job for the Scarlet Knights.
Jersey Mike's Arena, formerly known as the Rack.
Yep. 5 on the shot clock. Brooks has got to go. Down 2. From the corner is Johns. Air ball. Iowa on 11-2 run. Up 2. McCaffrey inside. Throws it up for Keegan Murray.
Murray held the seal. That's just easy basketball. It's got to play to your matchups.
That's our State Farm assist. 4-point lead now for the Hawkeyes.
Hawkeyes finally got this crowd into it, too.
Yep.
A little sleepy start. Scoring, but sleepy start.
On a 13-2 run for the Hawkeyes. Extra pass, and Diabaté rocks the rim.
That's why you got to stay committed to that two-man game, right? Little ball screen action. If you stick with it, keep your dribble alive, watch what the defense is doing. That's what Juwan Howard talked a lot about, saying, guys, we got to be patient. Learn how to read the defense. A lot of guys just say read the defense. First, you got to learn how to read the defense.
They switched it up, gone to the zone. Jumper no good. Diabaté the board. Here comes Devontae Jones. Jones driving, plotting, rejected by Patrick McCaffrey.
And that's what Patrick McCaffrey has to continue to do well. I mean, there are times, look, he got beat off the bounce. His length keeps him in the play. Yeah, but he's got to get better at staying low. Don't come out of that stance, especially when you're covering a guard. If I got beat like that, I got dunked on.
Jones tries it again. No. Diabaté the follow. Now here's the freshman, Buffkin. And he lays it in.
And if Michigan continues to operate well like they have in those ball screen situations, you better be ready to defend.
Sagungale, 6'11", sophomore. Here's Keegan Murray. Fades, no good. Back come the Wolverines, looking to take the lead. Dickinson trailing 3. Sagungale snags the ball.
That's a big body, man.
He is. Murray, no good. Dickinson asking for it. Buffkin got it. The freshman. He sends it 2, foot on the line.
Good for Hunter Dickinson. He had the right matchup. He had a matchup he could win, but with the defense shifted over his direction, he's able to find Buffkin for an open 3. That's a guy that's making teammates better.
McCaffrey from the corner. Working on his thigh, taking that knee to the thigh.
Buffkin was boxing out. Little lull here. Right? We got a good thing going. Now we slowed down a little bit.
Near turnover. And they do turn it over. Wolverines have got numbers. Brooks going to pull it from 3. Too strong. Rebound. Good by Devontae Jones.
Devontae Jones. I mean, gosh, they're just blowing by the trees. McCaffrey, there's no reason you don't get that rebound. Sometimes you have the height advantage. You forget you got to box out.
Michigan on an 8-0 run. 5 minutes until the half. There's a reach in on Jones.
You don't want to play against a set defense. You want to keep that thing moving, keep the fluidity of the game up. And that's why you look, you're going to lift your defense. You want to force pace, you got to still have to defend, and you got to finish every possession.
Brooks has got an open 3.
Wide open.
And another turnover. Sanford turned that one over. Sixth turnover for the Hawkeyes. Dickinson, pull up, and they're going to call the offensive foul.
I don't think there was anything wrong with what the offensive player did. It's such like a political way to say, oh, it's neither.
Right, absolutely.
Probably be a terrible official. A lot of no calls.
Aaron Eulis off the glass, ties it up. The 3 by Dickinson, no. Eulis the board.
Got a matchup down low. Didn't find him.
No, he didn't. He kicked it out to Murray instead. Murray drives, hangs, no good. The tip bell is good by the freshman, Sanford. 2-point lead for the Hawkeyes. Dickinson inside. Diabaté turns. The jump hook is good.
Diabaté's had his way down low, and when he's got in position, he's won the battle. Which means you better start playing defense early. Keep him off the block. Keep him out of the paint. I like that double high ball screen. One with the roll, one with the pop.
7th tie we've had already. Diabaté's got 12.
Michigan ran that at the end of the first half, and it worked to perfection against Purdue.
Dickinson rejects that one. Scarlet Knights out of Rutgers. Geo Baker, Ron Harper Jr., Amarui. Oh, they are knocking out everybody who's ranked.
And look, I hate to be the guy that does this, but Montez Mathis, Jacob Young, Miles Johnson, all someplace else, they still could be playing for Rutgers. That's a really good program, not just a good team. Steve Pikiell's done a tremendous job because when he took over, it wasn't good. It really wasn't good.
They're good now. 2 minutes until the half.
Hey, anytime you get someone to pay to put their name on your building, you're pretty darn good.
Absolutely.
And by the way, new practice facility, all good things. Pat Hobbs doing a terrific job at Rutgers.
Sanford drives, no. Rebracha's back in, and he follows it up. And we're tied up again.
The key, as Sparta was talking about in studio, keeping Michigan out of the paint, sometimes the over-switching gets you in bad situations, and Michigan's been patient and calculated in terms of operating offensively to get the ball where they want and to who they want.
Diabaté, that's a charge. Got 12 here tonight.
He could really improve if he came back and played another year.
I'm with you.
I'm also selfish, and I like good basketball. I'd love to see him play next year.
I think another year of seasoning would do him well.
Can make money in college these days, too.
Yeah, now these days.
Show you have a nice set of wheels to drive around, too.
Minute till the half. Houston open, drives. Nice jump off. Ron Foles missed it from point-blank range. Technical here on Juwan Howard.
Good for Donnie Epley. As he got the technical, he kind of takes a little mini charge.
88%. Career leader in assists, free throw percentage. Third all-time on the scoring list here at Iowa.
The record with Street, more so than have it on his own. Cool stuff.
How about that one? That was from deep.
That was a free possession heat check.
Buffkin leaks out.
I mean, look, this is a guy coming off the bench. You start to contribute. Look, points and scoring make you feel better as a young guy, but getting stops gives you confidence. And I think that's something that, look, you can feel better by making a few baskets, but when you get stops and you feel engaged on the defensive end, you actually gain confidence in terms of your team's ability on the floor.
Look, he's put up 13 points for this Michigan program off the bench over the last couple of games. He's got 8 tonight.
Yep.
And back to the zone here with 30 seconds until the half. McCaffrey cuts through.
I like the zone. They've done well containing the basketball.
5 seconds on that shot clock. Got to get it up. Jones pulls it down. Here's Buffkin. He'll pull it for 3.
Nope. Sometimes just switching up that zone forces a reset, forces you to look at the defense, read, assess, and that's disruptive in terms of rhythm itself. There comes baseball pass, Connor McCaffrey. We talked about this with Coach.
Yeah, we did. They won one of these, 3 years ago against Rutgers. Murray got it! And Holly, Carolyn, I mean, they're going to have a star-studded cast there they put on that game.
Well, you got Dawn Staley, too. She's just a boss, man.
Oh, man, she's
is. She's just cool.
And her team is really good as Devontae Jones comes up with a steal. Another turnover by the Hawkeyes. Inside to Moussa Diabaté, working on Rebracha.
Oh, clear. Let him go to work.
Jump hook.
Nice.
Got it.
Nice.
That's a freshman, folks.
Look, you got to give a young guy space. They get confident when they have space to operate. He thinks he's going to win that battle every single time.
Juwan picked it up. He picked it up in the replay. Look at, he said offside.
Look, this is going to be interesting. It's tremendous. God bless him. Everybody gets in my bed.
Yeah, exactly. Murray's jumper short.
Iowa needs to get some pace back into this game. They're playing against a set defense, and it hasn't gone well for them.
Back to Diabaté.
It's going better for Michigan because they're able to just create space. They're not going through Hunter Dickinson in the post, but they're avoiding that double. They're letting these guys go to work.
Here's Dickinson. Steps through, lays it in.
And as that ball moves, the defense shifts, so the double's not going to be there. He held his position, didn't chase the ball, block the block, maintained position, so when the ball came to his side, held a seal.
1 point lead. Murray drive. Challenges Dickinson. Count it. And again, Murray misses. Keep in mind, he's only 66% from the line. That could be costly. The game is tight.
If I'm Michigan, I'm pleased with what we're able to do offensively. Part of it's just they've been calculated. They've been patient. Welcome the double if it comes.
Double on Dickinson.
Keeps his dribble alive and goes opposite.
Skip
That's good
pass,
stuff.
Devontae Jones.
That's
three.
good stuff. You can see the whole play develop, and Hunter Dickinson with the retreat dribble got himself to a position where he could find the open man. That's impressive.
First three for Devontae Jones in the last 3 games. Rebraca. Tied at 46.
Keep operating. Keep being calculated with what you're doing offensively.
Eli Brooks. Got it back. Dunk! And Dickinson dunks it home. Back and forth we go here in Iowa City. Rebraca and Moussa Diabaté got tied up. It'll go to the Wolverines.
Look, Michigan's been really good in the half court. Look, welcome the double. When the double comes, what do? You keep your dribble alive, retreat dribble, give yourself an option. Pass cross court. Devontae Jones, that's just good stuff, man. It's really good stuff. We haven't seen a lot of that early in the season, but they've come along.
They've made their last 4 shots. Here's Houston. Make it. I was going to say 5 straight. That one rims out. Here's Bohannon now. And Murray lays it in.
You have a Keegan Murray on the floor. Perkins can't take the shot that he took last possession. You've got to be more patient in getting the right guys the ball and giving them opportunities to impact this game.
12 ties, 11 lead changes we've had here in Iowa City. Eli Brooks gets hammered as he drives to the cup.
Basketball, welcome the double, find an open man. Good things happening for this Michigan team when they rely on Hunter Dickinson to be that guy again. You play through, not just play two. Play two almost means that you play to him and the ball stops. You're playing through him, which means the offense kind of flows through him.
12 tonight. 18's his average, but he's put up 20 or more.
And this Michigan zone's been tough for Iowa to figure out. They haven't been able to get inside this zone and really been disruptive in terms of rhythm in the game. Well, that was easy.
Yep, Murray lays it right in.
Right on cue, just like I was talking about.
And ties it up. Brooks off the handoff, stolen by Keegan Murray. To his brother. Murray challenges Dickinson and gets tied up with Devontae Jones.
Hunter Dickinson's got 3 fouls. You got to force him to foul you, so you got to make it. You should know exactly where guys are going to go.
It's going to hurt you. Man, he missed them both. And here tonight, 2 for 6. They go into Dickinson. The double, kick out. Eli Brooks open for 3.
I mean, that's a high percentage 3 because you're stepping into the shot. It's not moving around the perimeter.
Murray misses that 3, follows up his own shot. Missed the dunk. Diabaté back to the jump hook and gets the roll.
And he's gotten so much better since day one. And he's got better just in terms of kind of slowing down at times. Doesn't mean you play slow, you just think slow.
He's got a new career high of 16. Michigan a 5-point lead. Biggest lead of the night for the Wolverines. Dickinson misses the bunny. Murray attacks and missed the follow.
I thought he got hit twice.
Jones hangs and gets it off the glass.
Murray's just going to have to finish through the contact. Look, I thought he may have gotten hit twice, but it doesn't really matter.
Here's Chris Murray. Knocks down the three. Needed that.
Really needed that, but ultimately, you need stops and runouts and made baskets and establish your defense. Again, the rhythm of this game hasn't favored Iowa. Part of that's been the Michigan zone. I think they've been good in that zone.
Dickinson wants it. He wants it. He's working on Keegan Murray. Extra pass, Diabaté.
Yep.
First trip for him tonight.
If you stay out, let him take advantage of the matchup he's got.
Here's Murray again. Same spot, misses that three. And they'll set up the offense.
Just market improvement throughout the course of this season for Michigan. I mean, they're so much better, so much more patient and poised.
That was knocked away.
You consider what was going on in the world at that time too. I mean, look, we are blessed to get to enjoy this. Imagine going to school at that time, just with what's going on in the world.
Yes.
Friends shipping off and not returning. I can't imagine it, man.
So far here in the second half, Michigan shooting 70% from the field, Iowa 40. Hawkeyes have missed 7 of their last 8 shots. Here's Murray. Foul, count.
I think that the changes defensively have disrupted the rhythm of this game on the offensive side of the ball for Iowa. I think for Fran McCaffery, it's going to be finding the right lineup, finding the right rotation.
17th time this season, Keegan Murray has scored 20 or more. Lead is 3. Eli Brooks from the corner. You see why Juwan Howard loves this guy. 8th game this season, Brooks has knocked down 3 or more trades. And he's looking for more. To Dickinson. Give Brooks the assist. McCaffery, no. Here's Murray. And he'll go back to the line.
Meaning they take care of the basketball. They play with pace and take care of the basketball. There you go.
Good stroke. Lead is still 7.
I like extending the pressure for Iowa, but you just can't get beat off the bounce. Especially if you're protecting that sideline. That's one of your defenders. You shouldn't get beat on that sideline.
Here's Dickinson. The jump hook. Too strong. Murray. Lost it. And that's a charge. Under 10 minutes. Kobe Buffkin is checked back in, the freshman. Here's Jace Howard, drives the baseline and banks it off the glass.
It's too easy, just too easy. Iowa not containing the basketball. That's just a rip through and easy drive to the basket. Nope.
Whoa, that was a brick. Diabaté's calling for it. Here's Diabaté. They're sitting at 57 right now. Meanwhile, for Michigan, listen, they're 11-2 this season when they've scored 70 or more. And Diabaté continues to add to his career high.
9 of 11. He's just been so confident. 20 points. I think a lot of this comes down to what they've been able to do defensively in terms of slowing Iowa down. Like I said, you feel good making shots, but you gain confidence on the defensive end.
Murray drives the baseline.
As selected by Juwan Howard, basically saying, I think you're going to miss.
Is that a cramp, you think?
Look, you would think so.
Oh, how about that? The miss, but the follow by Patrick McCaffrey.
So interestingly enough, Patrick McCaffrey checks in for Murray, who got fouled. LeBron misses the second, and McCaffrey gets the rebound. He's stretching it out.
They're stretching him out. 8-point lead from Michigan. 8 minutes left in this game. Both of these squads sit at 7-6 in the conference. Winner, sole possession of 7. Wow, the jumper by the freshman. He's got 22. Rabracha off the glass.
Good pace on that play on offense for Iowa, but how about the fact that Hunter Dickinson's not in the game and Juwan Howard wants a timeout because he wants to get Hunter Dickinson back in for this offensive play. But no Hunter Dickinson, you still throw it inside. Yep, there's a timeout. Sure, he'd be quacking for the Ducks. I love when he does UCLA and Arizona because he'll go roar for UCLA and then he'll go meow for Arizona, which is, he's unreal.
Caleb Houston just threw that one away. 9th turnover for the Wolverines.
That's tough out of the timeout. You took the timeout to have a good offensive possession with Hunter Dickinson back in the game, and careless turnover. That's where I feel for coaches.
Yeah, that's why you saw Juwan just despondent after that.
Gosh, guys, you would have taken the timeout if you're going to do that. Although sometimes players make that mistake when you're trying so hard to execute something.
Rabracha, second effort, no. And McCaffrey comes out with it.
You're trying to go at Hunter Dickinson, and I don't blame him. Get him off the floor if you can.
Here's Keegan with 5. Went for the dunk, missed it.
He's hurting. Yeah, he's cramping.
He's cramping up. Diabaté counted in 1.
Not judging millennials, so everybody relax. Just saying, that's a word that's often used there.
Diabaté misses the free throw. He's got 24. Here's the other Murray.
But Keegan Murray, he matters. He is that good for this group. I hope he's able to get back out there and they can put together a nice little run. 6:20 left, down 9 points, plenty of time. Free throws continue to be a problem.
Yes.
Good for Michigan for being 10 of 11 from the free throw line.
Right. Diabaté.
Spoke too soon.
Yep.
Make that 2 missed free throws. Crowd didn't really cause that. I didn't really hear anybody.
Diabaté 62% on the season. Here's Chris Murray.
I would clear that side and let Chris Murray go to work against Hunter Dickinson with those 3 fouls. Even though 6 minutes left, it probably gets him out of the game.
Who are they going to go to get the scoring punch they need?
Maybe that
How about
guy.
this guy?
Yep.
Bohannon. He had 10 threes against Maryland.
That was the best movement we've seen in a while. Look, if you get stagnant against the zone, sometimes it's best to run some of your man action to create a little rhythm in the offense with that movement. Not just ball movement, but body movement.
6-point lead. Under 6 to play. Here's Eli Brooks led wide open. Dickinson, the offensive board. And stolen by Murray.
looking for a shot.
He's looking for the shot. Yes, he is. He's going to pull it anyway. It's short.
You have a lineup that's going to press it. And look, similar to what they did against Purdue, where you pick up pressure. There you go.
And nearly come up with a steal.
Double dribble. Yep.
5 minutes to play. 2 straight turnovers by the Wolverines.
And if you're Iowa, you need to be able to operate against this man.
Capitalize.
Yep.
Toussaint hangs and left it short. Brooks open for 3. Too strong. Here's McCaffrey with the left hand. And Diabaté makes them pay. Previous career high was 15. But the struggles continue from the line.
Now back into the zone. This is good. Went to man. Now you're back into the zone. That's been disrupted.
Stolen. Buffkin dunks it home.
Just been careless. Iowa's just been careless in terms of just grabbing the basketball, dribbling, handling a little bit of pressure. Michigan's not extending too much, but Iowa's just been careless with the ball. A team that typically takes good care of the basketball.
Murray laid it up too soft.
I don't even know how much Michigan's turning them over as much as Iowa's just giving it away. That's not to take anything away from what Michigan's doing, but they're not pressuring to create turnovers. They're
lead.
Switching defenses to be disruptive.
Here's Diabaté.
Man, he don't stop. I'd rather see the teams that are playing well late than the teams that are playing terribly as of late.
How about the freshman Diabaté knocks down both free throws. They're still working on Keegan Murray. He's been cramping up the left calf of his here in the second half. McCaffrey cutting, nearly lost it. Sanford, the 3, no good. Here's what the Wolverines have got coming up after this one. Wisconsin.
Opportunities.
Yep, Wisconsin. Hey, listen, game against Rutgers is going to be so good. I mean, Steve Pike on those boys. And, of course, Illinois, Michigan. I mean, boy, you don't get an easy night off in the Big Ten, do you?
No, you don't. Hey, look.
It's like murderous row.
When Rutgers is doing what they're doing, there was a time when Rutgers was an easy night out. It ain't the case anymore. Now, at the same time, if you need to play your way into the NCAA tournament, you've got opportunities to do it. There are other conferences, ACC, that don't have as many opportunities this year.
Let's see if they go to Diabaté. He had 12 in the first half. He's at 16 here in the second half.
Still like to see Michigan operate a little bit more. They've been good.
Devontae Jones throws it up. Dickinson the follow, no, but there's Diabaté. Fades and misses the follow.
You got a small lineup on the floor if you're Iowa, which means you better score with this lineup.
McCaffrey, count it. McCaffrey completes the 3-point play. Lead is 7. Devontae Jones breaks the press. Iowa looking for a career victory number 500 inside this building.
From Juwan Howard, I tell Moussa Diabaté, don't sit too far away.
Stay close.
Yeah.
Here's Brooks to Houston. Perkins, Euro stepping left hand. Lead is 5.
What's the trap here?
Last time Iowa had a lead in this game. You got to go back to the first half. Buffkin hangs, missed it. Here come the Hawkeyes. McCaffrey attacks off the glass. 9-0 run by the Hawkeyes. The lead is just 3. 9-0 run by the Hawkeyes. Michigan has lost or missed his last 6 shots.
There you got a mismatch down low.
Dickinson has it knocked away, but Iowa loses it out of bounds.
Like you're playing speed over size, but you don't want to get stuck with Joe Toussaint having to cover Hunter Dickinson. He made a great play kind of getting underneath the arms and deflecting the ball. Good substitution. It's just interesting. You finally got some energy, some life into this building. And Iowa playing with a sense of urgency.
Minute
all game.
Houston hanging and draws the foul. First time at the line for the freshman. Shoots 73%. 5-point lead.
Man, your movement should get you something good if you're Iowa. These tight curls, another down screen.
Here's Murray. Hangs.
Foul.
Rebracha back to Murray. Dunks it in. Brooks to Jones.
So you can't give up that sideline if you're Iowa.
Three-point lead. 15 on the shot clock. 30 on the game clock. Devontae Jones driving. That one's knocked out of bounds.
I wonder if they'll look at this. Just based on what I saw, they're doing the little twirl thing.
Do we call foul on Keegan?
No, no foul. I don't know, man.
Here's Bohannon.
Gonna bring a ball screen with Keegan Murray. Double ball screen up top. Don't need a
Murray, the three to tie it. Rolls off. Loose ball. It is Devontae Jones who comes away with it. Good look for Murray.
Good look, but you don't need a three. I don't understand in situations like that. You can get downhill. So much of that defense was lifting up.
Fourth on Rebracha.
20-some seconds on the game clock. You've been able to force some bad passes with that pressure. If you can get downhill, get to the basket. But again, they got a good look, though.
Double bonus. Devontae Jones at the line, misses. He's got another one. And Fran McCaffrey's going to use one of those 2 timeouts he's got left. One more here for Devontae Jones.
Nobody up in the free throw line from Michigan.
The senior out of New Orleans. Got it. 4-point lead. Here comes Ulis. Got to go quick. Lays that one in.
Yep.
Trying to get it to Devontae Jones. And they get it to him. Quick foul, 4.9 left on the clock.
I wonder if Michigan puts guys on the line.
No timeouts for Iowa.
And Michigan, last few free throws. Nope.
Oh boy.
If I'm Michigan, I'm putting somebody on the line. You don't want to let them get a easy rebound and pass out. You put somebody up on the ball. That rebound gets into, say, Keegan Murray's hands. You put somebody on the ball, that's going to slow him down. Michigan's waiting back. And we've seen some long heaves go.
And we saw one at the beginning, the end of the first half, to Keegan Murray.
Nope. Oh, got it.
Got the roll. 3-point lead. Here comes Bohannon.
Oh, he thought they were fouling. Oh, he thought
Michigan.
Oh, man.
So .3 still left here, and Devontae Jones will close this out. And it will be the Wolverines who will come into Iowa City and get themselves a victory and move into 8-6 in the conference and into sole seventh place in the Big Ten. So our final score here from Iowa City, Michigan 84, Iowa 79.